One of the biggest mistakes I see so many fitness professionals make is simply doing the wrong thing and really trying to copy what they think other successful people are doing and trying to apply it into their business. So if you're working really hard, if you're doing everything right, but you're not seeing the results with your business, then this is for you. Because the problem really boils down to you not actually understanding the strategy and what's going on behind the scenes in the other business and being able to apply it properly to your business. And this is where I want to walk you through the success curve. This is the fitness business success curve that we've seen play out time and time again with working with hundreds of fitness businesses. And when you understand this, you'll be able to know exactly the things you need to be able to work on, being able to use this alongside the other things that I've given you in these coaching sessions so that you know exactly what to work on and exactly the right time to build your business so much faster. Because seriously, you've got to ask yourself, how much easier would your life be if you could wake up every single morning knowing the few key things that you need to be able to do to make sure you're bringing in leads, signing on clients, and easily delivering great results to your clients? That is an absolute game changer. And when you're able to put this actually into practice, you will see that you will be able to wake up each and every morning knowing what to do. And that's why I want you to meet Andrian, because when Andrian first started with me, he was doing everything right. He was working really hard, but the business was not going anywhere. It was flatlining and he was not having any fun and he was about to throw it all in.
The thing that really got me started on this journey was my dad passed away, and he was a man that really loved what he did. And I seen that all through my life. And then I looked at my life when he passed, and I was doing a 9 to 5, doing a job that I really didn't like. And I knew deep down that I had so much more to give. And that's what spurred me to take those next steps to be able to then build something.
But by going through exactly what we're going to show you in this success curve, he was able to then work on the key things that now he has a multiple six-figure business, but really importantly, he understands the trajectory of where a business, especially a fitness business, starting from zero, needs to go through to be able to be long-term successful. So the success curve looks like this. On the left-hand side, we have how much you're earning. So let's say it's between $0 to $6,000 is the first phase. Second phase is $6,000 to $25,000. And then the third phase is $25,000 to $1 million plus. Now, when we've broken this down into how much money you're being able to bring in roughly with your fitness businesses, there's 3 stages that your fitness business has to go through. So the first phase is ignition. This is when we're just getting started, just getting traction, just getting clients to come on board and getting the initial foundation set up. The second phase is acceleration, which is when you're starting to get momentum, you're starting to get clients on board. Things are starting to feel good, but they're probably feeling like it's a lot of hard work and you're still really pushing it uphill. And the next is domination, which is when you have the systems, the team, the technology, everything in place for it to continue to build. You're bringing in clients, you're bringing in cash each and every month, and you're not doing all the heavy lifting. Essentially, the business is being able to run without you. So before we go through essentially what is each of the stages and what you need to do in each of the stages, you've got to understand what is it that you need to do from today, because there really is 3 different futures. If you follow through the steps of the success curve, this is where we have the green path. This is when you're being able to actually grow and move through those 3 stages with somewhat of ease. The next is if you just flatline, which is what a lot of coaches do because they're trying to do so many different things. They're not clear. They're not waking up day to day, knowing what it is that they need to be working on, and they're just not being truthful to what is actually going to help them and how they can move forward. This is the orange line where you just flatline, and that's not fun. And then the worst is what we also see is when you fall onto the red line, when you continue to do the things that do not work, you're not getting aligned with what is going to work. And the problem is you'll end up actually completely failing with the business, moving on to something else, and giving up with your online fitness business. So if you want to be on the green line, let's go through these 3 stages right now. So if you're in the ignition stage, there's 3 things we need to look at. Firstly, it's authority content, is you being able to get your message out to your market and separating yourself from your competition. You being seen as the authority in the marketplace so that you can bring in leads and start to build those relationships. Secondly, it's what we call the app funnel, which is essentially how do leads actually get into your sales pipeline? What is your sales pipeline in the easiest way for you to start signing on clients? And especially when you look at the ignition stage, it's not about having everything perfect. It's version 1.0. It's version, let's get clients on board, let's get coaching your clients, and let's make your life easy and stress-free. As the third process is the hero program. This is how are you going to start coaching your clients and how do you get them great results? Now, this isn't how you start coaching hundreds and hundreds of clients. This is your initial phase to get started, dialing in your systems. Essentially, this is getting your experience and expertise into a process where we can start getting your clients results. The second stage is acceleration, where we really start to build up some momentum. But this is where a lot of coaches can go wrong because they're trying to either skip ahead too fast or they don't actually progress and they're still doing the old things. So the first thing we need to look at is looking at paid and organic traffic, being able to have multiple streams where you're bringing leads in. And then when we have that in place, we look at the sales system, because when we start bringing in a lot more traffic, what usually breaks is the sales system. It's how you're converting leads into clients. And this is when we want to put together the actual sales system so that we have an engineered set of steps to be able to sign on clients week to week. And then when we have so many more leads, we're having more signups, then we need to look at your signature system, which really is the main way that you're going to be able to coach your clients. Actually looking at how do we start bringing on some team and technology to make sure that you're making your life so much easier, because then it progresses into the third stage, and this is domination. This is when we really start to work on the key factors for a long-term successful business, and that's when you can really start to see a difference with the amount of money that you earn, with the impact that you're able to make, and with the freedom that you have. But to make this happen, the first thing that we need is what we call your pit crew. Your pit crew is essentially the team that you need surrounding yourself so that you can be in your zone of genius. You doing the few key things that you love to do and your business needs you to do, and everything else is either delegated or automated. Then there's the sales domination part, which really is the complete soup to nut system. It's going from the very start of your sales pipeline all the way through, making sure that there are no leaks in that pipeline, making sure that we're having the highest conversions that you possibly can throughout that sales pipeline so that you can essentially walk away and sales are still going to happen. I want you to be able to actually have time off from the business at this stage, and there will still be leads coming through, sales getting made, money going into the bank account, and you're not being there. And then we look at the final piece of the puzzle, which is recurring income. Making sure you have multiple streams of income, but making sure that you know month to month to month that money is going to be going upwards. Money is going to be coming in each and every month, because this is the thing that takes away the stress. There is no more financial stress, even if you know that if you don't make one more sale next month, you're still going to have a great income. There's still going to be cash coming into your bank account. And that is when we have the recurring income streams set up. So what you need to do now is simply look at where are you on the success curve? Are you in ignition? Are you in acceleration? Are you in domination? And then are you working on the right things? Because if you think that you're not working on the right things, that's perfectly fine. And it's also why we just recorded a big training with a big group of coaches that is walking you through all 9 systems that every successful fitness business has. So I'll pop a link below for you to get free access to it and chill out. It's free and there's nothing to buy on it. This is our way to make sure that we can best help you and that we can make sure that we can give you what's needed as well. So click the link below and I'll see you on the inside.
Chris is no joke. If you actually want to get some clients, I sold 39K of personal training just with using call scripts.
I knew I needed help. I didn't really know how to get more clients. I didn't know how to have the systems in place that I needed to keep them and actually grow from there. So that's really why I reached out to Chris at the Coaches Cartel, because I had seen his posts on social media, Instagram, Facebook, of other people just like me that were struggling and that completely changed our lives just by working with him.
That's all. I like it. It's concise, it's put together. You've explained everything really well. I mean, having done courses and different things before, and just having the knowledge of what's going on. I mean, none of this is super new. It's just actually put together, actionable, and it's given to me in a way that I can actually process and do it, which is obviously the most helpful thing.
It opened my mind to loads more and way bigger goals than I had in mind when I started. So it's definitely game-changing experience. So
since coming aboard the cartel, probably the biggest impact it's had on my life is just more freedom. I feel a lot more structured and organized. I don't feel like I'm spending hours and hours doing content and not getting a return on it. I think just being able to be more effective with my time, more organized, and running multiple businesses has really allowed me to do a lot more of the things I actually enjoy doing.
Chris is amazing at what he does. I mean, he will give you that system, that process, even to the point where he will give you the messaging or a template that has such a quick response for people, gets people back into your business, having a conversation. And I just found the biggest thing was the guidance around some of these little steps. And look, the conversions speak for themselves. It's now around the systems, the process, and the consistency that you want to use ongoing.